Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Lepri of Awesemo.com, and today is the 2022 NFL Draft, and I'm beyond excited to see what's going to be happening tonight. Inside of today's video, I'll be going over my last-minute NFL Draft props to bet. We are going to talk about 5 different props that I believe are going to end up cashing at the end of the night. Today's video is being brought to you guys by BetMGM, and they have an offer that is a no-brainer tonight. Bet $10 on any NBA game. And if either team hits a three-pointer, you'll win $200. Please make sure you guys either click the link in the video description and it will automatically give you guys the offer, or you can use promo code ODDSHOPPER, which is above me right now, to claim your free $200. Please make sure that if you are new to BetMGM, that you use this offer because it is a no-brainer. Someone is bound to hit a three-point in either of the NBA games tonight. So we'll begin with my first NFL draft prop for tonight's NFL draft, and that will be Kayvon Thibodeaux getting drafted over pick 4.5, and that is set at plus 115 over on BetMGM. This means that he gets picked at pick 5 or later. So prior to the 2021 collegiate season, it seemed as though the mortal lock of the century was that Thibodeaux was going to be picked at the number 1 overall pick, and things have changed. Thibodeaux didn't necessarily have this awful season, but he wasn't the guy. He's just not the guy that people would consider to be number 1. I feel very confident that Thibodeaux will not go at either 1 or 2 to the Jaguars or the Lions. I think that is going to be Walker and Hutchinson in some type of order. At 3, we have the Texans, and I believe that this is where you should be the most worried. Ultimately, I think they will go with an offensive lineman. And then at 4, I think that the Jumbo Jets, the New York Jets, are going to go corner with either Sauce Gardner or Stingley. So I truly believe that Kayvon Thibodeaux will be picked outside of the top 5, and I feel very confident in that. I feel like the top 2 is basically locked and loaded in, and my only worry, again, is with the Houston Texans. There's a chance they go Thibodeaux, but ultimately I think they look elsewhere. So I feel very confident with Thibodeaux going over 4.5 in his draft position. Again, plus 115 over on BetMGM. My next best bet of the NFL draft tonight is going to be the position of the first drafted player for the Pittsburgh Steelers being a quarterback, and that is set at minus 150. Regardless of where the first quarterback is taken in this draft, I personally believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers take a quarterback in the first round. The only way in which I see this not happening is if Malik Willis as well as Kenny Pickett are taken prior to the Steelers being up at pick number 20, which to me seems very unlikely. There is a chance that Pickett or Willis go before the Steelers get picked. I definitely believe that, but I would be shocked if they were both gone by the time the Pittsburgh Steelers are up. I don't think that Trubisky is their guy long term. So you should not be shocked at all if they draft a quarterback in the first round. And I think it is entirely possible that they even go ahead and trade up to select their quarterback of the future, whether that is Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis. I think Malik Willis is the better quarterback, but he may already be gone by the time the Steelers are up. But that's fine. As long as they draft a quarterback, this bet is hitting again at minus 150 over on BetMGM. Next up, we move to the position of the first drafted player. And this time it is going to be the Jets. This is their first pick, not their second pick, because they have 2 picks in the first round. And that is going to be the New York Jumbo Jets going with a defensive back at plus 200. The odds go as follows for the Jets' first drafted player, according to BetMGM: D lineman plus 125, DB plus 200, O lineman plus 300, and wide receiver plus 350. Based on everything that I have seen from the most plugged in draft experts, they have them selecting Sauce Gardner, cornerback out of Cincinnati, at this pick. And if they don't go with him, my personal belief is that they shift to the other cornerback who has been getting a whole lot of pump up recently, and that is going to be Derek Stingley Jr., cornerback out of LSU. The only way that I see this going south is if they end up taking a wide receiver at plus 350. So if you think that maybe they do go crazy, they want to reach on a wide receiver, they love Olave, they love London, they love X wide receiver, then you can take that as well. But I really do think it is going to be a defensive back. New York Jets first pick, defensive back, plus 200. Before we get on into the final 2 picks of today's video, again, I just want to make this very clear that I want you guys to be taking this bet tonight, this free bet, this no-brainer bet over on BetMGM. Again, you bet $10 on any NBA game. And as long as in that game, if either team hits a three-pointer, you will win $200. You have to be a new depositor to BetMGM. Again, promo code OddsShopper, or just click on the link in the video description. It will automatically import that promo code for you. Please make sure you check that out. It's a no-brainer. So next up, we move to second overall pick, Aidan Hutchinson at minus 155. That would mean that Hutchinson ends the night as becoming a Detroit Lion. Based upon all of the noise I have seen leading up to draft day today, Travon Walker has been pushed up to be the clear #1 overall pick in this draft over Aidan Hutchinson. That would mean at number 2, the Lions' decision has basically been made for them. They were either going to go Hutchinson or Walker, and if Walker is picked, which is what I assume, which is what the books assume, then Hutchinson will be the pick at number 2. I think that's pretty clear. A lot of people have a very high grade on Hutchinson. They basically believe that this is a bust-proof pick, that you just take Hutchinson, you throw him in there, and you'll be very happy with it. I believe that as well. Obviously, he could be a bust. Any player could be a bust in the NFL draft, but coming out of college, the expectation is that this guy is going to be amazing at the next level in the NFL, and I think Walker goes number 1, and he goes number 2 at minus 155. My final best bet for the NFL draft tonight in today's video is going to be Evan Neal over 5.5 draft position, meaning that he goes after pick number 5 in the 2022 NFL draft. Inside of the first 5 picks, we have the Jaguars, Lions, Texans, Jets, and Giants. The Jaguars seem locked on Walker, so I'm going to assume Walker goes at 1. At number 2, the Lions, like we just talked about, since they're not going to be able to get Walker, I think it is pretty clear that they're going to go with Aidan Hutchinson. And then at number 3, we have the Texans, and I think they're either going to go cornerback or offensive tackle. And if they do go offensive tackle, that will be Ike Ekwonu. At 4, we get the Jets, and I think they're either going to go defense or wide receiver. Again, I think they're going to go DB. I assume that's going to be Sauce Gardner. So then we move to 5, and the Giants are heavily linked to potentially taking a tackle in the first round, but they are heavily linked to Charles Cross. So if those things happen, like I think they will, then Evan Neal goes over pick 5.5. Again, the juice is heavy at minus 225, but I believe that this is going to hit. So please make sure that you guys do make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below if you did end up enjoying today's video, and leave a comment down below on your favorite bet for tonight's NFL draft, or just, the NFL draft as a whole. It's not just a one-day thing. Just the first round is tonight. All these picks were surrounding around the first round. And again, if you are new to BetMGM, if you bet $10 on any NBA game, if either team hits a three-pointer, you will win $200. Click the link in the video description down below, or use promo code OddsShopper to claim your free $200 down below. I hope you guys did end up enjoying. I love you guys all so much. I hope you have a great rest of your guys' day.